Carlos Corberán is here with us. How disappointed are you by that, Carlos?
First step, disappointed because of course when you are playing one game that you know that is all or nothing, that if you don't win you cannot keep going the cup, of course it's disappointing because we wanted to keep to play in the cup. We knew that we play against one opponent that will be very demanding today, and it was exactly the what happened in the game today. And I have to give you my feeling of the game. It's like the first half they were better than us in what we tried to do, because we tried to dominate with the ball, but they were very aggressive and we didn't find the clear solutions. It's true that we scored the goal, and after we have a very big opportunity with Pipa finishing in the post, and after we scored Thomas. They didn't have big chances neither, but the two chances that they have, or the big chances that they have, they scored the goal, and after they use very well the free kick. Immediately after we have the opportunity with Sorba Thomas or with Pipa in this double chance of the game. In the second half we tried to play just total opposite idea, because trying to break the press, to play with more striker, more reference to play long, and it's true that we had some approximations to the box without concrete, without finish in the proper way to can draw the result, and they have some very good opportunities in total attacks when we are taking the risk to achieve one draw that allow us to go to the extra time.
Your selection at the front of the team, Carlos, was interesting, a kind of fluid front three. Sinani as the striker, we were trying to work out what his position was with respect. Is that a decision that you maybe regret now? Do you wish you had started with a Rhodes or a Ward?
No, of course, we can analyze now the game because the game have done and it's finished, and now we can reflect about what happened. I think the first half we have good numerical advantage in situations to can do something else, but it's true that it was hard for us to break the press that they were doing. In the second half we keep going the same way, and I think the second half the team was competing a little bit better because we tried to put more players in the last line, because they were really aggressive in the first half, and they didn't allow us to can dominate the ball that was the meaning to put Sinani. But for me, knowing the style of game that they have, was one game where we have wanted to have the ball, and that's why we put players that held the team to have the ball. After what happened, of course, we can analyze now, and it's true that didn't work in the level that we wanted. That's why always you have the full game to be adapting after to the needs of the game.
Did you see some evidence tonight that some of the players who don't always play in your first team were short of practice at this level, were maybe rusty, as we say?
No. I think that every player that we put in the pitch today have the level enough to help the team. We didn't put any player that is not helping the team until now, because all the players have played games before. Some players have played games before against Premier League teams, so they have proved that they have the level. And what we need to do is to keep growing, knowing that the intensity of the game today is going to be the intensity of the last 10 games that we're going to play in the season, because it's going to be exactly how the championship is.
We understood and recognised the selections that you made tonight, Carlos, but there was one name missing from the squad, which is Lewis O'Brien. How concerned should we be about his injury from Friday against Peterborough?
He received the kick in the knee. He couldn't train in the next day after the game. He couldn't train in yesterday. Then the best thing was to prepare him to see if we can recover him for the weekend. That is the target that we are right now, being that was impossible to bring him to tonight.
Do you think you might not be able to select him against West Bromwich on Friday?
Everything will depend about how he progresses. Still now is working with the medical staff, and let's see how he progresses tomorrow. Still we have 3 days to the game. We didn't have enough time after Peterborough to arrive to that game. Let's see how he progresses, and depending how he progresses we will do.
We've enjoyed your FA Cup run, Carlos. How frustrated, angry, upset are you personally that it's over now? You must have been looking forward to playing a team managed by Jurgen Klopp.
Yes, but for me it was impossible to be thinking to play against Liverpool as soon as you are going to play before we Nottingham Forest. The level of respect that I have to this opponent is too high, because I know the play that they have, I know the coach that they have, and I know how difficult it was to get the winning here, and I know that they were winning us at home in one of the first games of the season. So for me it will be totally wrong to be thinking in the next game, because we didn't want to be thinking in the next game. And I always say that we are one team, that as soon as we start to be thinking in the future, we are going to lose opportunities in the present, and the only thing that exists in the life is the present.
Carlos, thank you. Commiserations. We'll see you at West Bromwich on Friday night.
You're welcome.